And we're live. Ish.
Awesome. I've got the stapler up here now, so I get to staple my piece of paper to this.
Oh, yeah. Ka-chunk.
Do I want a staple or should I just write on it? A staple.
Life's great questions. God, Snapchat is popping off today. Oh, my wife. So for anyone watching or listening, my wife had to bring our aged and sick cat to the vet today, and they have one of those rooms that we call the goodbye room. It has like a couch in it, has plants, has like a little waterfall in the corner, has some very soothing music, and that's like where you say goodbye to your pet. And I guess it was so busy today that they ran out of other rooms to have him in, so they had him in the goodbye room. And my wife said, "No, no, Scuttle."
Oh, I did see the cutest video today, which was the not today. I think it was yesterday. Which was the girl who had to put her like 19-year-old dog down, and she was in the process of saying goodbye to it and started crying while recording a video, and the dog was using its ears to clean the tears off her face. It was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry so much.
This is too much.
It was painful to watch.
Yeah. Here's another console exclusive.
Oh, come on, enough. Let's go.
I'm not saying what it is. Also because I don't know what it is. A lot of these trailers are sort of like, is this like a shooter? Like what are we doing here?
I've got to watch all this stuff while my wife is not in the living room. I hope you realize that. I
know that's your. You have to like watch it in half-hour chunks.
Yes.
It's like you're watching porn. It's like, why are you just sitting there watching a blank desktop? It's like, what? Nothing. I didn't. What?
I watched the EA one today while she was at the store, and literally when she came home, and I said to her, if you're going to go up to the attic, just so you know, if I hear you coming and I yell, don't come into the living room.
I was just cleaning it. Don't look.
Alright,
you ready to kick this thing off? Alright, let's get started here we have 2 questions at the end. Please don't let me forget.
Okay.
Let's get started here in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the Binding of Moonpir Boston Rebirth. I'm your host, Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpir.
Hello, Governor.
This week of dailies was weird, and I forgot a day.
Yes, you did.
A lot of doctor's appointments this week, so I slipped my mind.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to scrub that one off the record, despite the fact that you insist it was my day. If it was a tie, I would not be scrubbing this off the record, but it wasn't a tie.
I'm assuming you took this week.
Yes, I did.
My performance this week has not been good.
1 to 5, I took it. And you say your performance has not been good, but there was only 2 days where I very clearly kind of hammered you into the ground.
Yeah, there was like 2 days where both of us are just like, I scored 3,000 points, you scored 5,000. Like, it's just...
Yep. And there was another day where it was like 5,000 and 7,000 because they were very, very, very tough runs.
I actually don't have a ton of notes on my runs this week. Some of them were just sort of not great. Like Saturday, I died on boss rush because I couldn't get enough. It was an Isaac run. I couldn't get enough damage sort of across the run at all. The run I really liked was today's run.
Today's run was really good. It was also the one run this week you took.
Yeah.
Which I missed boss rush again. 2 seconds.
It was a slow run. I made boss rush by... I think I made it just by about 30 seconds.
I missed it by 2. I was so annoyed.
That's the worst when you're like, oh, you beat Mom at 20 minutes and 5 seconds. It's just like, come on.
Yep.
I wrote down Rotten Baby, Quad Shot, Little Chest, Dropped Cancer, and Guppy.
Yep. Exactly.
It's just like this ridiculous run of just...
And also it's worth mentioning as well, by the time we got to the Sheol floor, I had already, because we were with Judas. No, not Judas. Is it Judas?
Lazarus?
Lazarus.
Yeah.
We were with Lazarus. I killed myself on the second floor,
Okay.
as we are opt to do.
I killed myself on the
and
first floor because the boss dropped old bandage.
Super bandage, the boss
Super
dropped.
bandage, yeah, not old bandage, yeah.
I thought it was just a regular bandage, so I picked it up and thought, oh, I'll use this to do the sacrifice deal on the next floor.
Right.
And then if that boss drops HP items, then I'm sorted for the run. Didn't think it was super bandage.
Doesn't old bandage give you a red heart container, though?
Old bandage gives you 1 red hearts. Normal bandage, I think, gives you 1 or 2 red hearts filled. And super bandage gives you 1 red heart and 2 spirit hearts.
Okay, I'm looking up old bandage here. Oh, old bandage gives you 1 heart container that's empty. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I did the devil deal on floor 2, but by the time I got to Shoal, I'd picked up contract from below, so I was getting duplicate items, and my luck was so high that I was getting those drops pretty much every single floor. And then on the very first room in Shoal, I got Steven and Cricket's head.
Oh wow! I didn't pick up either one of those. That's crazy.
My damage immediately went through the roof.
Yeah. I was just thinking as we were discussing the number of bandage items, I don't know why anyone has trouble learning what all the items do in Isaac. They're all so straightforward.
Yep. The 3 different bandages, the 3 different containers that all look the same, and 2 of them are okay, and 1 of them are horrendous.
One
the
will
different
kill you.
milk containers.
Yep.
Yeah. Who has such an issue?
It's only 600 items. I think
It's worth mentioning about Friday's run, where I think you tapped out at like 3,000 on that. Like, you died real early. So did T-Bomb, so did Rob, so did everybody else I'd seen place a score on it. It was like a really early death.
Yeah.
The second you got past those floors, the run just went super OP. And
the clouds parted, smooth sailing.
I literally cruised all the way to the end of that run. And actually, I think I might have streamed that one as well while talking with T-Bomb and Rob. So I wasn't even that focused on it, and it still was an easy run by the end.
Crack your knuckles, be like, yeah, guys, I got this.
It was one of those runs. It was so good.
Did you make any progress in your sort of normal save file?
Attempts, yes. Progress, no.
Well...
I think I'm down to... I think I'm at like minus 100 maybe now for my successful runs.
Sounds about right for a keeper, yeah.
I had another 2 runs this week where I should have done it, and another 2 runs which I made a stupid mistake. In my defense, the keeper run I had on Friday night, I started it at like midnight for reasons I don't know.
I'll just play a quick Isaac. Keeper runs go for like 2 minutes. It'll be fine.
I got Leo on the second floor, and literally like, the last pot on the second floor gave me the swallowed penny. I was like, okay.
All right, we got a winner here.
we can do this. 2 floors later, I can't remember the guy that spits he sucks open and he spits all the little bits of goop at you. Yes, I got him in a narrow room with TNT in the 4 corners.
Oh my god.
And he killed me with his creep, with the little blood that he spoots out. He hit me. I was trying to move towards the penny to pick it up so I could stay alive, and then the creep spread out underneath me and killed me.
There's almost no worse way to go.
No. It was one of those things where, okay, I'm done. I'm tapping out.
Yep.
That type of run is the type of run that I hate, where it's like I'm doing really well, and yes, it's kind of my fault for getting hit in the first place, but I had 4 TNT boxes and Mega Fatty in the narrowest room. It wasn't the big long narrow room either, it was the tiny little narrow room.
Yeah.
So it was one of those runs where it was just like, okay, that's it, I'm done. Tap out.
I'm going to bed.
Yes. I think I actually did go to bed at that point.
Yeah. We do have 3 questions from our lovely viewers and listeners here. First up, Adamak Beats on YouTube says, "Hey, Boss and Moonpir, thanks for answering all my questions." You're welcome. Thank you for writing.
You're welcome.
Great tip to beat some challenges first to unlock items. I have a couple more questions if you can get to them. First, I notice how some people can accumulate upwards of 30 to 40 straight successful runs in a row. How is this possible when some runs just don't give you any good items? I'm on Afterbirth Plus and it just seems impossible.
I think I can go first here.
Sure.
It depends on the person you're playing with, because if I'm right to get the tick mark, you just need to beat Mom's Heart, don't you? Or do you have to go all the way to the end?
I think it depends on what you have unlocked, but I think you have to beat either Isaac or the Lamb, or Blue Baby or the Lamb.
Okay, so you have to go to the...
And you have to go all the way.
Yeah. That specific type of runs, I've done it before myself. I think my highest success rate is 30 something. It depends on who you play with. It depends on who you're comfortable with. I'm pretty sure at this point in time, Boston and myself, if we did 30 straight runs with Isaac, we could probably get 30 successes. You do
30 Eden runs, probably 29 out of those are just going to be pretty strong almost immediately.
Yeah, and the reason why is it just depends on what you've unlocked. Yeah. In Isaac's case, if you have the D6 to start with, his runs by default kind of become winning runs, because even if there's an item in there that you can't stand, that you don't want to pick up, you have that option, especially on the larger floors, to you find the item room. Oh, there's Tiny Planet. I don't want that. Re-roll it. Oh, there's TNT. I'm going to go clear 6 more rooms, then go back to that room.
Right.
And then re-roll it again.
And I think part of that too is not only the unlocks, but how firm your flowchart is. Because you can sort of start saying like, all right, well, if I pick up this item, you know, if I pick up chocolate milk early in a run, what are the chances going to be that I'm going to get a good item that's going to synergize with it? Or am I just going to sort of screw myself with chocolate milk over the entirety of the run? You know what the difference is, like we were talking about earlier, between chocolate milk and soy milk. You want one of them, you definitely don't want the other one. And I think that experience pays off really well, not only the items, but I think also in enemy behaviors, because I think as you get that stuff better and fresher in your mind, the further you can go with less.
Yes. That's something that the challenges actually teach you, is you do not need to have a winning run to have it become a winning run. Like
the purity challenge, where it's like, look, you don't have anything. Like, you just got to be good.
And other ones like, there's one of them that has Ipecac in it.
I don't remember which one it is.
Is that Friendly Fire?
Yeah, I think it might be, yeah.
And that challenge teaches you that even if you accidentally pick up Ipecac, you can do it.
Yeah.
There's also, depending on your play style and stuff like that, it's about knowing the systems and knowing how to game it a little bit. Like I said, like if I have the D6 and I go into that item room and it's not something I want, I re-roll it. I'll have a quick look at my map, think, do I have 6 more rooms in me? Yes, I do. And I will spend the 30 seconds going back to that room to re-roll it again, just to see if I can get something different.
Yeah.
This week on the daily runs, that actually helped on Thursday, because I re-rolled an item 3 times, and it was Serpent's Kiss was the last item I could re-roll it to. And I got Serpent's Kiss.
It's a winner, baby.
Exactly. But then on that same run, talking about breaking the systems, I beat Boston by 13,000 points, because Boston doesn't cheat like a dirty hobo like I do. Which is to say, I know the secrets to like the sacrifice room. I know the secrets to, when I'm limited in that fashion, to go further.
Yeah, you have a more of a tendency to use the sacrifice room or blood banks or arcades, where one of the things I'm trying to focus on lately is, go into the arcade. It just costs you 1 cent. Sometimes you can get 10 cents out of there if you're lucky. Or, very worst, maybe you toss a couple of hearts at a heart beggar and then just kind of be back on your way. Or, worst case scenario, there's just nothing in there for you, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and even let's say you go in and there's 3 beggars sitting on the floor and you've got 1 coin, 1 red HP, and 1 bomb. Put that bomb in the middle, blow up all 3 of those beggars, and let's see what drops out.
Yep.
That's a good point. It just becomes about knowing you get to know the systems, you get to know what's going to give you the biggest advantage compared to like a lot earlier. Like I think I mentioned it last week when I was talking about streaming it with like T-Bomb and Rob and like watching each other's runs. I see them play exactly how I played when I first started playing Isaac.
Right.
It's like there's so much more knowledge I have in my database that I'm like, I could tell them to do this, but I won't.
Well, and it's like innate knowledge too, where it's like, you know, and I'm sort of laughing because I saw a room and I immediately knew that there was a secret room in there. Like, I didn't even really do the algorithm on the map or anything. I just knew, oh, it's up there between the two fires. Like, there's nowhere else it can be on this floor, and there was.
There is specific rooms when you go in it, you know, 99% chance that's a secret room against the east wall or against the north wall. A good example of that is the room. It's on the, I think it's on the depth levels. It's got the 4 guys who spit on the left, and it's got a floor full of spikes that come up and go down. You'll always take damage going through that room because the timing is impossible to go through those spikes without getting hit by the guys who spit at all the spikes at the same time. 90% of the time, the right-hand side of that room is a secret.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the right-hand side of the room is death.
Yes, so exactly.
It took me forever to figure out that room because actually, the secret to that room is you rush in between the 2 sets of spitting guys and you wait there and then you rush past and you get in and out before the spikes pop up. And that one was, I would walk into that room and I'd be like, great, well, I'm just gonna take damage. Good.
That's the thing with me is like I'm not great so far. Well, we've talked about my damage mitigation. I'm not good at that, but I'm not good at reacting quickly when I first enter a room because especially if it happened to me today, you get BFF, Big Beautiful Fly. He's the black fly with the love heart that flies around and blows up.
There's nothing confusing between BBF and BFF.
No, not
at all.
But anytime you're in a room, you enter a room and there is an enemy close to you, 90% of the time if you've got him, he will immediately hit that enemy and you will take bomb damage. I cannot react quick enough to not take that hit. You'll also learn very quickly how much Bob can really screw up your run, or Bob's brain, I should say. Like it's about knowing what to pick up and what to not pick up. If you know the synergy is going to go really downhill for you, I picked everything up for the longest time. I think that's why I ended up with certain things I love picking up, whereas Boston hates them. Monstro's Lung is a really good example of that. You've got to be able to say, no, I'm not going to pick that item up. It is going to mess up my run. I hate it's not pinking shears, it's the chop and block one, like the guillotine one.
The guillotine,
I absolutely hate that item because it throws everything off for my run. But other people like it, and that's fine. You can like what you like, but I know if I pick that up, I'm going to die.
That's just the beginning of the end.
It's like that kind of success rate is just about knowing everything that you will learn over time.
Adamak has a second question here. Do you have any tips for greed mode? I can only get to Ultra Greed 1 every 15 runs or so, and his HP is insane. Should I invest in shop items to help me? I really didn't want to waste all my money in the shop so I can donate at the end. Thanks for your help, and I look forward to learning more about this stuff. I would say probably up until you get most of your check marks done, like most of your check marks on your post-it note done. I would just, you see an item you know you like, or that's something that's crazy strong in the shop, drop the 15 cents. Like, because like with most other things, as you're filling out your post-it note, beating the mode will get you an unlock that can help you on further runs down the line, that then you can focus on donating stuff to the donation machine at the end, which you need 1,000 coins to unlock the keeper, so like it's gonna take you a while anyway. So I'd focus on unlocks first. Me too. And don't be afraid to not push that button the last time and go for the devil deal thing if you're not feeling it. You don't have to go for it every single time. Just do what you can. Pick up what you know you like. It's a good mode for experimentation, but it's also a good mode for experimentation going really, really badly. Well, and speaking of that too, don't forget that new items you're picking up in greed mode also count for your items list. So to get the for him it'd be 1,001%. You have to pick up everything in the game. So even if you don't feel like you're making progress, you're making progress on something. Even if it's just, I hadn't seen this item before, I picked it up. Well, now I know it's bad, but at least it's in the items list.
Yeah, 6 items left, by the way. I checked my item list today. 6 left, and 2 of them I unlock with Keeper.
So close.
Mm-hmm.
T-Bomb Rocks asks us 2 questions here from Discord. How long in a run do you give it to consider it a bad run? What are the parameters to make it a lost cause? That's a good question. I feel like this is sort of coming off of the last question, I guess the whole episode. I think for me, unless it's something like the Keeper, I'm pretty stubborn with a run, because like you can go into a room and cancer drops and you open up a golden chest and it's Cricket's head. It's like, okay, well, this run's great now. Or like you said earlier, Serpent's Kiss. It's like, well, cool. Now I can totally do this. Yep.
I'm the same way. Like, unless it's with the Keeper, I mean, even with the Keeper, I still go as far as I can go just to try and push myself a little bit. But everything else, it's just 2 items, or sometimes even 1 item is all you need to change a hard run to a really great run. A really great example of that is God's Head. I have picked her up twice in my entire Binding of Isaac thing. Both times was on Keeper greed run modes, which made his greed run doable.
Yes, I wasn't gonna. I was hesitating to say like, well, that'll be an easy run. It's like, no, it's still not easy.
But that's the funny thing is that's the only post-it note checkmark I have for him, and I did it a long time ago, and it was just thanks to God's Head. And I picked it up twice, and both with him on that mode. So
I feel like that's one of the things I really love about Isaac is even you get a bad. Like, you get a really bad start to, like an Eden run, and you start with, let's say...
Anytime you say a bad start with Eden run, I just think of that guy with his, 20 Eden runs straight where it was going really well.
I wish I would have saved the clip, but it's, I think we talked about it on the show before, but it's, basically it's like, all right, maybe I can hit 20, maybe I can go for 25, I'm going to start an Eden run, and literally as soon as the game loads, he has Mom's toenail, she smushes him, he's dead.
Yep.
Just like, in less than 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But like, let's say you start an Eden run with Tiny Planet, and it's like, well, great, now this isn't going to go really well. Next thing you know, maybe on the 2nd floor you get Brimstone. Now your run's really good.
Yep, that's actually a conversation topic that came up while I was talking about it with T. It was like, him and Rob both pointed out that in our best and worst items list, none of us mentioned Tiny Planet.
Yeah, I kind of think Tiny Planet is fun. I don't think it's good, I think it's fun.
It's fun, definitely. But yeah, if you have Brimstone or Azazel and you see Tiny Planet, you pick that thing up as quickly as you can.
Get that protective ring.
It just becomes insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's really fun sometimes. But yeah, I think we both agree, minus the Keeper, any run is salvageable.
Yep. And sometimes it's sort of like, how far can I make it in this run that is just a disaster before the game pushes me to my knees?
Yeah.
His other question here is, who are your least favorite and favorite characters to use and why? So let's start with our least favorite. I guess
that's easy.
Let's exclude Keeper, because that's too easy.
Yes. He's different. He's like a special character. Well, we both agree on who the worst character in the game is, I think.
Maggie.
Yes, 100%.
I think almost everybody else has some sort of positive redeeming quality.
Mm-hmm. I think the funny thing for me is actually, again, talking about Rob and T playing the same way I used to play. They like Maggie. I used to like Maggie. I used to love Maggie.
She has healing. She's great.
So much health, and she's got the healing heart. Yeah. And then you realize when you're... when you're playing esports, Isaac, and you're looking for the boss rush every single run.
Right.
That's when you're like, Maggie's the worst.
Maggie, just go, just run, just go.
It's even worse when you get like the bucket of lard with Maggie, and he's like, okay.
God. That might actually be like Maggie and an accidental bucket of lard pickup with no speed upgrades. That might be the point where I quit out of a run. I take it back, because it's just like, look, your babies crawl faster than this. Come on.
Yep. On a personal note, and this is actually kind of great because me and Boston actually, I think we vary on our characters. Like, I absolutely despise the blue baby.
Yep.
Like, he is probably one of my least favorite characters in the game, right behind Maggie. Whereas I know you actually don't mind and quite enjoy some of his runs.
I do, yeah.
Oh, I hate Blue Baby. Stupid Spirit Hearts.
If it was any other day, I might have a different answer, but because we played as Lazarus today, I sort of want to vote for Lazarus because it makes you play the game, makes you play the early Isaac game so much different, because it's like, all right, I need to find even just one Spirit Heart or one Black Heart, and I can really make this thing happen. And optimally, you sort of want to kill yourself on the first floor so you don't hurt your devil deal chances. So you're sort of scrounging around on, you know, the first couple of floors to purposely kill yourself and then come back as a much stronger character. I think that's so cool because it's so antithetic to how Isaac usually plays.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think, like... I mean, I love Azzy. Despite the fact that I think as Judas he only has 1 HP. I love his luck rating. Yeah. Like I find he's one of my favorite people to play just because he starts with such high luck as it is.
He starts with Book of Belial, which is nice.
Wait, am I thinking of the? I'm thinking of the wrong person.
Cain is the one that starts with the lockpick.
Cain starts with the lockpick. Who starts with the lucky foot? Is that Cain as well?
Yeah, I think that is Cain. I think it's innate lucky foot. I don't think it's a pickup for him. I think it's just you have higher luck.
Yeah. I like Cain because the damage output he can do really early. Like, you can breeze through those early floors with him.
As long as you don't get hit.
Yeah. I think Azzy's the best character. Like, he is my jam, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think Lilith is down there, unfortunately, just because I know Moon hates her way more than I do. It's just that, like, 2 inches of difference between the thing you're controlling and the thing that shoots.
Yep. It's actually, again, something I mentioned was that you get so used to firing from the character you control. The second you have those familiar and they're the ones shooting, it throws my whole game off.
Yep. That's why Guillotine screws with me too. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for both of you guys for writing in. Please, if anyone has any other questions, shoot them on in. Discord, YouTube, Twitter, or wherever you can find us, we'll probably be right there. Thank you, Moonpir, for joining me yet again in the basement.
Thank you for trapping me in here again.
And we'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
All right, here we go. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.